Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I did the Danni Gives Advice series, so I'm back. So if you want to write into my column, it's DanniGivesAdvice@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to answer your question on camera in a dedicated video. This particular one is going to be off screen though. It's probably going to be off screen for the next few Danni Gives Advice, so just bear with me guys. Again, the email is DanniGivesAdvice@gmail.com. I'm going to hop right into it. It says, "Hey Danni, so I went on a date with this guy yesterday. We ate out, we talked, walked a bit, and he ended up choosing to take an Uber home last night. He now texts me asking if we can split food costs because he spent a lot of his Uber slash commute back. Because he spent a lot of his Uber slash commute back inequality. I don't know. I guess they're saying that he spent a lot of money on his Uber and he wanted to split the ticket with this equality thing." She said, "I'm so effing stunned by the audacity. You don't know how to budget? How is that my problem?" So that's what she said she was thinking. Like, if you don't have money, then don't pay. I would have been fine paying for my own food. I would just immediately just put him in the friend category. My intuition sensed that he would try to do this. I had to pick a restaurant for his diet as a vegan. He tried to invite me out on a date without a 24-hour advance notice. Do 50-50, and I just never expected it to be after the date. How would you respond?" The Virgo in me would just block him. My thing is, he invited you out, so if he don't have money to actually pay, you shouldn't be asking anybody out. And then he had the nerve to not be prepared by having you pick the restaurant, and then you had to go to a vegan restaurant since he's vegan. You didn't mention that you was vegan, so basically you had to eat where he could eat. And then him not giving you notice for a date, that is really kind of inconsiderate, especially these days, because people have lives, people have other plans, people have work. And then he sent you a text after talking about he wanted to split the check 50-50. That's stupid because he asked you out. So my thing is, if it was just me, if you don't know this man like that, just block him and move on. But the petty in me also will tell you to put like some little snarky remark. Be like, "Oh, no thank you," then blocked. Or be like, "No problem," then blocked. Or tell him don't ask anybody else out unless he prepared to pay and actually date, then block before they can respond. But my thing is, these days people really aren't prepared. They just say, "Oh, let's go on a date," and the guy want this 50-50 mess, but expect some in return by just taking you out to a little dinner. But I think he should really be prepared to like have money if you're trying to take somebody out on a date, especially somebody that you're courting. Because all this split the date mess, you can go eat by yourself. Like, you don't need nobody to go out to a restaurant that you don't even want to go to in the first place, because I'm quite sure you're probably not vegan, or you would have mentioned it in the first place, and pay for a meal that you don't really want to eat, because I know I would. But yeah, these days men do have the audacity. If they don't have anything else, they have the audacity. But I think you should just block them. Block him on all your social media and all that. If you've known him for a while, I think you could give him the consideration and be like, "Hey, this is not for me," or some kind of nice response. But if you don't really know him like that, if you met him like on some dating app or something like that, I think you should just block him. And then he's trying to stress the definition of equality. Like, men will try anything to try to get out of paying. Like, these days, men are just like really, really cheap. A petty response would be just be like, "Who is this?" and then block them. But it's just too petty. But my thing is, when you decide to take a date next time, ask them what kind of restaurant are they paying, and they ask you if you give you notice. Just have all this already prepared, so when you run it down to him, it ain't no surprise to be like, okay, if you want to take me out, I'm available on this day between this time and this time. Are you paying? What's your diet? I think you should try to date somebody who has the same diet as you or within like the same diet frame, I guess. Like, don't date nobody vegan, don't date nobody vegetarian if you eat meat. Because obviously they're going to sit up there and judge you. Because I know like a lot of vegetarian or vegan, if you eat meat, they look at you weird while you sitting there eating, while they just eating their vegetables and stuff. So I think you should try to date somebody that has the same diet plan as you. I think that's always good. Also have a few restaurants in mind. Like, soon as they ask you out, they ask you where you want to go, you can suggest something like right off the bat like that. You don't have to go Googling to try to figure out what restaurant you want to go to. And if he spent a lot of his money on commuting, that means he probably don't have a car with a car insurance or car payment. And if he already stressing about a little dinner, I don't think this is a good long-term investment, because if y'all do start being together, he probably gonna want to split the rent, split the bills, and split. That's basically a roommate. So yeah, and I was just politely thanking for the meal and telling him you didn't expect to split any costs because he was the one who asked you out. That's if you want to respond, because I think that's common courtesy if you want to respond. But me, I'm a Virgo and I'm petty, so I don't know. Sometimes I'm nice, sometimes I'm not, and I just be like, okay, whatever. Just tell him you thank him for the meal. You didn't expect to be splitting costs for a date that someone asked you out on, and take it from there. And depends on how he responds. You can either respond back or you could just block after that. But I don't think you should be going back and forth like that and wasting your time, because basically this just was a one and done. And that man should not be dating until he gets some money. That's basically what it is. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to write into me at DanniGivesAdvice@gmail.com. And I'll be sure to answer your question on camera in a dedicated video. All my social medias down below if you want to follow me on those. I have 2 ebooks, Football Wags 1 and 2, on Amazon Kindle for 99 cents. Kindle Unlimited, you get to read both parts for free. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, like this video. If you have any other questions, and if you want to comment on the topic, you can leave it down below. Thank you guys for watching.